Hi, my name is Tanya Lim, and I am a certified professional dog trainer, knowledge assessed, and I'm also a fear-free certified professional. I am the co-founder and head trainer of Family Pupz based in Denver, Colorado, and I specialize in puppy and adult dog training, both behavioral issues and basic manners and obedience, and I am also a doggy doula. As a doggy doula, I help expecting families prepare their dogs for life with baby. One of the main reasons that dogs get surrendered to shelters is behavioral issues. And as such, we're trying to avoid it by giving dogs and their humans the skills that they need in order to stay together. The number one skill that I teach clients, whether they've just adopted an older dog or gotten a new puppy, is an attention grabbing sound. So this can be a kissy sound, a tongue click, a whistle, a snap, or anything else that comes natural to them. The goal is to be able to get the dog's attention using this sound. How we teach it is we make the sound, and when the dog looks at us, we give them a reward. We start by having the dog stationary in front of us, and then over time we want to start moving in space and have the dog come to us and follow us whenever they hear that sound. So for example, if I've taught my puppy to look at me when I make a kissy sound, if I see them trying to chew on the wooden table leg, I can say, and then they will quickly look at me and redirect running to me, and this way I can be very positive and effective at moving them away from behaviors and activities I don't like. And I choose to do that instead of their name because oftentimes if the dog is engaging in something that we don't like because they don't know any better yet and we use their name, we may use it in a reprimanding manner, and this can actually cause more issues in the long term, such as creating a negative association or avoidant behaviors, and this is something that we're trying to avoid. And typically, once we've been able to get the dog's attention and have been able to build a history of positive interactions, for the first few days or weeks, it's so much easier to move on from there and teach them all the basic manners and skills that they need in order to be a functioning member of the family. Another question that I get really often from pet parents is how long would it take for my dog to learn a new skill? And with that, I will have to say it depends. It depends on the dog, it depends on the handler or the trainer, and also on the skills that we're teaching. For example, some dogs may do really great when learning how to drop it, but really struggle with stay. So now that we got that out of the way, here are a few examples of how you can train your dog effectively so that they can learn as fast as possible. First, make sure that you're using high value or rewards that your dog actually likes. My rule of thumb is that we should be able to match the value of our rewards to the difficulty of the environment. For example, you can use kibble meals when training in your home, and you may be needing to use something of a high value such as freeze-dried meat when you're out and about and training in busy environments and around a lot of distractions. When teaching a new skill, we can expect that there is going to be a latency or an amount of time between us asking the dog to perform the behavior and the dog actually responding to it. What I suggest, and I have to coach my clients quite often on, is refrain from repeating the words over and over again, such as sit, 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 and instead give your dog a little time to think and process and then respond to the behavior on their own. This way we can avoid having a dog that ignores us And over time, that amount of time is going to get lesser and lesser, and that's how you know that your dog is learning. If your dog is having a really hard time responding, you can remind them what you're asking them to do by using a hand gesture or a treat lure in order to get them in the position that you're looking to teach. And last but not least, remember to practice in a variety of environments. So teaching your dog how to sit in your home is different than teaching them how to sit in the park when there are other dogs and people around. So the more environment and variety of distractions that we can provide, the better our dogs will be at generalizing the skills that we're teaching or learning to respond to us in a wide variety of contexts. And what I would typically say to that is that it's important to remember that each dog is their own individual. Their behaviors are likely going to be a mix of their breed and genetic predispositions, their prior learning histories and experiences, as well as reinforcement history of behaviors that they've been taught to perform, whether that's by human or by the environment. That being said, remembering to be patient and understanding when teaching them what we would like them to do and discouraging what we don't like is important, because growing with your dog is a process that requires patience, effort, and, as I said already, understanding of what is driving their behavior. Next thing I would say is that it's really important to remember that setting up the home environment for success is going to ensure that the dog is practicing less and less of what we don't want. So if we're getting a new puppy, we can puppy-proof an area where they can spend the majority of time instead of giving them access to the whole home where they're more likely to get into trouble. And last but not least, focusing on enrichment or activities such as chewing, licking, sniffing, walking, running, socializing with other pets and humans are going to ensure that you have a dog who is feeling safe and happy within their new home. Thanks for watching. My name is Tanya Lim and I'm the founder of Family Pupz. And if you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out and I'd be more than happy to help.